I suppose tribute has to be paid to our animators program, because the animators is in many ways is the front line. You know, it's the front line of our program, because it's where, you know, people are going out at 9, 10, 11, 12 at night in hot spots, in places where no one goes to, in places which are hard to go areas, are accessing people that really would not come forward and do not feel confident to come forward, and worst of it, don't want to come forward.
We've been training our animators. Our animators have gone through a number of behaviour change communication trainings. They learn about participatory learning techniques, and we're also going to use our animators when we roll out the rapid testing for HIV and AIDS. They will be trained in how to do the tests. The tests will be done in the community, and they will also be trained, they are already trained on the counselling aspect of the testing, so that the rapid tests can be done, the test results can be put forward to the client, and the counselling and appropriate referrals can be put into place all in one session.
Oh, na, na. Yeah, na, 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 yes. Yeah. In the streets is getting hot.
There is quite a strong link between the private sector and HIV and AIDS. Why the private sector? Because the private sector has resources. The private sector has a captive population that can be addressed through HIV and AIDS programming. The private sector stands much to gain or lose depending on whether or not they have active HIV and AIDS programs.
And the youths, them I get so cold.
One of the projects of the Caribbean HIV and AIDS Alliance seeks to increase the uptake of the use of female condoms among commercial sex workers, so that women will have a device that is within their control for use. A social marketing campaign to make condoms and information available to the tourists in amenity kits in their rooms. It's still very much a pilot project, but it will be the first one of its type that actually targets the tourist as the person of interest.
The core vision of ECCAP and CHAR in this program is really to give a voice to marginalised groups and to ensure that they're able to protect their sexual and reproductive health rights. And it's really exciting to work with people that are from those communities and know the issues, because, you know, I learn from them every day, and that's for me the most exciting part of the job.
I think the Alliance's work has been very much community driven. And that is what I love about it, that, you know, we're essentially working side by side with the community to make sure that, you know, their dreams and their issues are met with whatever assistance that we can provide. So it's a parallel approach as opposed to a top-down approach.
We're the lead organisation in the region working with these most at-risk populations, and it's getting us into the communities, it's getting us kind of like to the heart of somewhere that's really difficult for people to get, really difficult to get into and spread these messages. And it works really well. I've been out with our animators and I've seen how they work in the field, and it's really cutting edge stuff. It's getting the message across in the right way.
We're also able to address more difficult challenges that such groups face, such as in relation to stigma and discrimination. Through the work of the Alliance in empowering these communities, we're able to create the advocacy and to help them also develop their own community empowerment strategies, so they too become more empowered and are able to better advocate for changes that will bring positive improvements to their lives.
The generalness about raising awareness of the needs for people to know their results, the need for people to change their behavior in terms of safe sexual practices, you start to put that as a package that one organization is involved in, then you start to measure the level of impact and the depth of impact that the organization has had in the region. What we need to do, I think, is to blow our trumpet a bit more. We're not very good at blowing our trumpet. And if we did, I think we'll surprise ourselves in terms of the range and type of impact, the nature of the impact that we've had in the region.
The thing kind of bam bam, the was all Jamaican, really different style, different fashion, you know? Tell me say one thing Nancy can't understand. One thing Nancy can't understand. What make them a talk about me ambition? Say what make them a talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them a ask me where me get it from. Just some of them a ask me where me get it from. I told them no no it's from creation. I told them no no it's from creation. Bam bam.